Alright, what's up YouTube? It is Sunday night. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Right now we're going to do a player prop slip for Monday Night Football. We're going to put this in on the Sleeper app. If you guys don't have Sleeper, I'm going to leave a promo code right down here at the bottom for you guys. Code worldwide that gets you up to a $100 deposit match on that first deposit. I'm going to get out of the way here and we're going to get right into the props. This one's going to be kind of quick. It's super late Sunday night. It is 11:30 at night Mountain Time, so we're looking at 1:30 in the morning Eastern Time. So you're probably sleeping if you're on the East Coast, but hopefully you see this when you wake up. Guys, the first pick we're going to do is Drake London right here. Monday night, Drake London, you guys can see right here his receptions. He's projected at 5.6 receptions. It's plus 14% positive expected value here. Over 4.5 is where the line is set on DraftKings. 4.5 is actually where it's set on Sleeper as well. We're going to hit the over on this. 5.6 receptions is his projection. 4.5 is his line. So he's projected to get over the line that we're getting. These projections are ran through NumberFire and simulated on Unabated. Their algorithms are awesome. I've had great luck with them so far. Granted, we did have a pretty bad day today on Sunday for week 2 of the NFL. I'm not going to lie, not going to beat around the bush. It was a pretty bad day as far as player props go. Let me rephrase that. It was a bad day as far as player prop slips go. A good day for actual props. It seems like it was just one here or one here, just one of them messing up each and every one of those slips that was causing us to lose the entire slip, which kind of sucks. Sometimes I kick myself and I say, I should have went insured, but then when I hit all 5 of them or all 4 of them, whatever it may be, I'm like, damn it, I should have not gone insured. You never know with sports betting, guys. You win some, you lose some. We're going to try to win for Monday Night Football. And right now, like I said, Drake London over 4.5 catches. He's the #1 guy in that Atlanta offense. Undoubtedly the #1 receiver. He's a top 10 pick, pick number 8 overall. He has all the talent in the world. He put up numbers last year with Desmond Ridder. He almost had 1,000 yards receiving. So we know Drake London can do it. He can get it done. Right now, guys, last week, first game with Zach Robinson as the OC. First game with Kirk Cousins as the quarterback. It was a first game for a lot of those guys gelling together. September is like the new preseason right now. So a lot of the starters don't play in the preseason. I read a thing, don't quote me on this, but it said like 75% of offensive starters did not play a snap in the preseason of the NFL preseason, which is just crazy. So that means they're not getting game reps together prior to week 1. So they were still gelling last week. They might even still be gelling a little bit this week. So I would expect until October we're not really going to see the true offenses for these NFL teams because they're just not meshed together quite like they will be yet. But I do think Kirk Cousins, he's a veteran. Drake London is now a veteran. He's going into his 4th season. So third season. But those two guys together, there's no way that they're going to be held down for that much longer. Last week, I think, was a fluke for Atlanta. Like I said, they're just kind of putting it together. And Drake London, his line is set at 4.5. I won't be shocked if he goes out there and has 10 to 12 targets. So if he's getting those kind of targets, he's going to have at least 5 catches. In my humble opinion, that's why I'm taking the over here. But it's not just about my opinion. It's about what the data shows, what these algorithms show, what the books are thinking. The books are all pretty much set at 4.5. I think that's a fair line based on last week. 4.5, 4.5. We're pretty much 4.5 straight across the board on all these different sports books. And the sports books are usually pretty spot on with their projections. Obviously, sometimes they make a mistake. But this is the one I want to look at right here. Sharp Book P, that's actually Pinnacle. If you guys know what Pinnacle is, they're the sharpest book in the world. They've got it set at 4.5, and they've got the over favored at -135 odds. So Pinnacle, the sharpest book in the world, thinks Drake London's going to hit the over on 4.5 catches. I also think they're going to hit the over on 4.5 catches, and he's projected to be over on 4.5 catches here. So we're going with that. Then we're going to go with Devontae Smith. You're going to see his line right here set at 5.5. 5.5 is pretty much what Devontae Smith is across the board. But on Sleeper, you can adjust lines a little bit. This one, I really want to take Devontae Smith on the over at what the line is. On Sleeper, the line is at 6. I want to take him on the over. He is projected to get 6.05 catches, so basically 6 catches. because A.J. Brown is out. So Devontae Smith is the number one target as far as wide receivers go in that offense. Obviously, they got Saquon, they got Dallas Goedert. There's other options out there to feed the ball to, but Devontae Smith is the number one receiver in this offense when A.J. Brown is out. However, I'm not extremely confident in hitting the over on 6 catches, but we can adjust it. We're going to adjust that down to 4 catches. So Devontae Smith needs 4+ catches to cover for us. Now, when I say 4+, that means there's no push options. If Devontae Smith gets 4 catches, we win the pick. If he gets under 4, obviously we lose it, but it's not a push if we hit 4, which is what I like about Sleeper. They let you adjust the lines and they let you adjust them down so that there's no push option. You either win it or you lose it. So you don't have to worry about that tie bull junk, as Dion would say. So we're going to take Devontae Smith over 4 catches, or sorry, 4 or more catches. There's our first two picks. Drake London over 4.5 receptions, and Devontae Smith at least 4 receptions. Now we're going to move in, and I don't know if you guys have paid attention or if you've listened to my channel, but I love correlating my picks. So what I mean by that is if I'm gonna take a quarterback over on yards, then I'm gonna take their receiver, their number one receiver, over on yards or receptions or receiving touchdowns, something like that, to correlate the picks so that when one hits, they both hit. And that's how we become extremely profitable on player prop slips. Now, Sleeper is one of those apps that doesn't let you do passing yards and receiving yards. That's why I'm doing passing yards and receptions. So, as you guys can probably guess, we're going to go with Jalen Hurts and Kirk Cousins to correlate both of these plays and make it a 4-man slip. So Jalen Hurts right now, his projection is at 218. His line is at 240 on Fanatics. It's at 230 here on Bovada. It's extremely positive expected value here on the under. We're not quite getting it at 240.5. Sleeper's got it at 237.5, but I still like the under. It's 218 is his projection right here according to Number Fire and Unabated System. I like the under on this one, guys. It is supposed to rain a little bit. Now, is that going to affect it a ton? I don't think so. But with a quarterback like Jalen Hurts who likes to run the ball and the fact that it's raining, I do think it will affect his numbers a little bit, just slightly. The rain, I don't think is going to play a huge part in it, but Jalen Hurts does like to take off and run the ball. He had 30-plus rushing yards last week. He's going to run a little bit this week. They have Saquon. Saquon went for over 100 last week. This Philly offense, I believe, is going to be a little more balanced. They're not going to be extremely pass-heavy or extremely run-heavy. They're going to be very balanced because they have the ability to do it now with all the playmakers that they have. So even though I'm taking the under here, it's kind of opposite correlation. That's another reason why I didn't like the 6 catches for Devontae Smith. I'm going to take the under, but I do think Jalen Hurts is going to throw at least 4 balls to Devontae Smith and complete 4 passes to him. So there's our first quarterback pick. Then we're going with Kirk Cousins. If you guys just look at what I'm looking at here, projected to get 250 yards passing. The over's at 224. I think it's a no-brainer. It's an easy an easy pick for us, guys. We're taking Kirk Cousins over. The line we're getting is 226.5. It's not quite 224.5, but his projection's at 250 yards. I personally think he's going over this because, like I said, last week they were just kind of finding their groove. This week, Kirk Cousins, hopefully, in my opinion, he will be ready to go because he is a seasoned vet. He's had success with the Commanders, or Redskins back then, with the Vikings. He's had success everywhere he's gone. He's an extremely cerebral quarterback. I do think he's going to play a lot better this week, and he's going to hit that over. And Drake London is his number one receiver. Kyle Pitts is going to have a game too. I think the Falcons are going to have a pretty damn good game offensively. Bijan Robinson is about to go off. He's probably going to have, just my personal guesses, around 50 yards receiving, around 100 yards rushing, and throwing a tutty or 2. I think Bijan's going to have a huge game and a huge season in general. You guys heard me before the season. I said Bijan Robinson's going to be the number 1 fantasy player this season. Overall, at the end of the year, he's going to be the number 1 fantasy football player. I'm sticking to that. Haven't seen anything that makes me think otherwise. So Kirk Cousins, guys, that was a total side note. Kirk Cousins over 226.5 passing yards. Let me read the slip to you guys. Jalen Hurts over 237.5 passing yards. Devontae Smith 4 or more catches. Kirk Cousins over 226.5 yards. And Drake London over 4.5 catches. That's your guys' slip. That's all 4 plays that I'm doing. If you want to play all 4 together, play them. If you want to just do 2 and 2 and do 2 two-man slips, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you guys how to put in these plays. I'm just giving you 4 plays that I think are going to hit, and right now I found these on Sleeper. Like I said at the beginning of the video, code worldwide down here at the bottom of the screen. That gets you up to a $100 deposit match on that first deposit. Do not miss out on free money that any app is going to give you. If you don't have Sleeper yet, get on Sleeper. It's better to have more apps than not enough, because you can compare lines and get the best odds or lines on any of those apps. The more you have to compare off of and pit against each other to beat those books or DFS apps, whatever it may be that you're betting on. So get all the apps you can, at least make an account. Get on Sleeper, guys. Code worldwide. They get you a $100 deposit match. I'll leave a link in the description down below. And before I let you go, guys, I do want to let you know, next weekend I will be doing my game day pass. Stay tuned for that. I did one this past weekend. It's basically just a weekend pass so that you can not dive all the way in and get the season pass or my year-long subscriptions for all my VIP picks. It's just a way to try it out for a weekend, see if you guys like it. But as always, the free link is in the description as well. You get all these free plays sent straight to your phone via text message. That's all I got for you guys. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button, join in on these free picks. I do them almost every single day. We're going to have a lot of fun this football season. We're going to win this football season. I can't wait. It's already been fun so far. We're only 2 weeks into NFL and 3 weeks into college. Hook 'em horns, go Broncos. I'll see y'all next time.